As soon as I thought of making this video, I knew it wasn't going to be perfect. The production quality I'm in at the moment is just not good enough to express the amount of love I have for this game. That doesn't mean I'm not going to make it though, it just means that as much as I'd like to make a 57-minute long video on how much I love this game and its gameplay and dungeons and development story, it would realistically never happen and I would have nothing to show you guys. So I decided to make a shorter video centered around the main reasons as to why I like this game so much, because it really is one of my favorite things, and I knew I couldn't keep going as a Zelda YouTuber without first expressing why I like this franchise so much and sharing with you guys my favorite thing about it, which is Majora's Mask. So I'm going to keep it short, but I want to explain why I like this game so much. And before we begin, I just want to say how grateful I am for the audience that I already have. I posted a video about Skyward Sword as the first upload on this channel, and I already have like 30 subscribers and very kind, thoughtful comments, and it just means a lot, so thank you. Anyways, without further ado, let's talk about Majora's Mask. I would have never predicted such a quiet game after Ocarina of Time. My favorite Zelda game used to be Ocarina of Time. It was just a no-brainer, like, this is the best Zelda game, I don't see how you could think otherwise. And then I played Majora's Mask, and it took me a while, but I realized how this game really is the greatest game of all time. Majora's Mask is the best Zelda game because of how genuinely unique it is. Ocarina of Time released right before it, and Nintendo could have totally played it safe by adding on to the world and making a sequel that made sense. They could have had similar dungeons and recognizable aspects such as the Master Sword and the Triforce, something like Tears of the Kingdom. But they didn't. They went completely off the charts and created a weird, twisted, incomprehensible poison world with alternative characters and terrifying atmospheres. And yet, even with these insane atmospheres and overall darker and more complex themes, the game seems to be quieter. It's not loud like Ocarina of Time. It's not as noticed. This might be because in a way, it's sort of hiding behind a mask itself. And that's hard to explain. I don't know if anybody else can actually agree with that, but I think the resemblance to Ocarina of Time is what hides this game from being something completely different from what it is. I remember when I first played this game, I was just really confused as to why all of the characters were the same as Ocarina of Time, and everything was just sort of repeated. My 8-year-old mind figured it was probably lazy development or something. It was just the way it was. But as I got older and I kept replaying the game, I realized how dark this story really is. You just have to sort of look through the reality that it's setting up for you. As far as I know, there isn't a definite answer as to why everything happened to Link the way it did in Majora's Mask, and it really doesn't have any connection to any other Zelda games, so it's just sort of open to be its own thing. It's important to remember that because Link literally fell down this rabbit hole at the very beginning of the game. That's when things got weird. Who knows what falling down this rabbit hole actually means? Link could have died, he could have been dreaming, he could have fallen into a portal. Either way, he comes out on the other side in this strange world. If you look past the resemblance between Ocarina of Time, you can see the part of this game from a different perspective. It's much darker than it looks like it is. I've heard a lot of people say this, and I agree. The game is pretty much based around emotion in general. The moon is going to fall on Clocktown, everyone's going to die, and every character deals with this thought in a different way as the game goes on. You can see everybody coping with this, and it's really interesting to see how that goes. Not every Zelda game focuses on the characters as much as Majora's Mask does, and this is why Majora's Mask is so amazing, why it's my favorite Zelda game. For me, it's not really about the dungeons or the items, it's about the friends you make along the way. Yeah. My favorite part of Majora's Mask is midnight on the final day, when the moon is crashing. The sky is lit up into this strange purple-red color, and I mean, this game is rated E, so this is crazy. The music just tells you how serious things are. It reminds you of failure, and how none of this is actually anyone's fault. It's more just, at the moment, fate. And then you also think about if any of this is even real, and it's just double crazy. And I know it's stupid because it's just a really old video game, but it's just one of my favorite things ever. I don't even know what the point of this is. I still don't know. I never did know the meaning behind Zelda Majora's Mask. It might just be a story. I really don't know. So I guess the main reason I like Majora's Mask so much is because it shows that Zelda can really be whatever it wants to be. The journeys that these games take you through are unlike any other, and Majora's Mask is just at the top of all that. There's so much creativity and so much things that are left untold, and I just really, really like it. Thank you so much for watching this video. Obviously, I didn't cover the gameplay or really anything about the game at all. I just really wanted to say why I like the game, but I'm going to make a much longer video. I just haven't gotten to work on it yet, but I hope I see you soon in another video, and until then, that's really it.